everyone, guess what? My mold that came out so nice and perfect, it's time to make something out of it. A frog, of course. What I've done is I put water in here and I measured it. It's 40 milliliters. So I put 20 of B in here already. All I have to do is put the A in, get it mixed, and I want this to be a clear frog. And I want to make it a shiny mold. So not this mold in particular, it'll never be shiny. But the next mold I make from the resin frog I'm creating today, I want that resin frog to come out shiny. So not only for shiny, but for ease of removal of the frog, I have this super lube silicone oil, and it is food grade, it is clean, and I will be rubbing some on the inside of here. And you do it very sparingly. And I know this is creating shadow. There's lots of things that's creating shadow in my house today. It is one of those bad mornings. All right, I'm going to put you on pause for a moment, and I'm going to grab a third glove to be able to do this. Right back. All right, you're going to be hearing my heater for a little while because I'm raising the room temperature from 70 to 75 so that this can cure today, because I am not putting this on a heat mat. I am going to let it cure naturally. And while it's curing, I will be putting this cup over the top of it. That way, hopefully I won't get any debris. Now, instead of wasting a glove, what I decided to do is to take this oil, and I'm just going to dab a Q-tip into the lid of this. Get some oil onto it. Okay, there's not a whole lot of oil right there, so one moment. I thought there had been. Also, it's always good to have extra napkins around so that you make sure that you clean up all your messes, your fingers and everything. Once I oil this, I will be going to go wash all oils off my hands. So let's get a little bit of oil onto this. We don't want it completely dripping, but we do want to get down in there, so we're going to start here at the feet. And we're just going to make sure we get some on there. And we don't want it too liberal, because you have to do a small cleanup. And you don't want to have to clean so much of that oil out. So we're just doing that way. Get around the lip here. And work it down in there using any excess oil you can find. Now we want to get down to the eyes first. And yes, I'm just making a clear frog because it's going to be my template frog. Now the technical term escapes me at the moment. The master. That's what it is. It's a master for making all future molds. Of course, as I said, in the last video, if you saw that, the making of the mold, the best thing for you to do is, if you do want me to make you one, of course I will. And then you'll have to specify whether you want a matte frog or a glossy, shiny frog. Down into the eye all the way. and make sure every area is lubricated. And of course the next molds I make will be made out of the squishier silicone, not this really hard stuff. Get up underneath everywhere here. Anywhere there might be a lip. So yes, just that little bit that I put on this cotton swab is all that's needed. Okay, now I gotta look in there, so I gotta turn it sideways. I gotta see where I might have missed, and it still needs to have more lubrication, and I see it, so I will dip this down in there one more time. I don't think I got it all the way down in there. Need to turn it a little sideways. There we go. Wipe off any really sloppy excess back into there. There we go. Now it's getting it. I do need better lighting because it's difficult to see how shiny anything is unless you're in a good light. And even then you kind of get blinded by the shiny, right? Get his little mouth. Now part B has been resting. Okay. Swab and look. Well, it almost looks shiny enough. Alright. Ooh, I'm starting to get really warm. That heater, I think, is somehow directly close to me. Blowing. Okay, I believe I have enough in there. So we shall see the results when I get done, correct? Okay, let me set that down. Get rid of this. Now, I managed to really not get any oils on me, so I'm just going to wipe the rim here. It's got a stupid cat hair on it. There we go. Because we truly do not want any imperfections. Okay, that looks like I'm ready to go, so let's get part A into the little cup there. Oops, close back on. Just a moment. Ugh. Oh great, now my hand starts itching. Ha ha. Okay. It's still itching, but can't exactly scratch it with the gloved hand. Oh my goodness. I usually wear medium gloves, but I think I'm going to have to buy some large ones for the days when my water gain has started tipping scales again. Okay, get all that up there. Okay, let's get this done. Ugh. So I've already got 20 milliliters of B, so just 20 of the A. And it's very difficult for me to see, so I have to pour a little slowly. Yes, my hand shakes a little bit. It's stress, physical stress related. And always stop before you get to the line so that you can see, because A is heavy and thick. So you always want to see if it's going to hit that line, and then you just stop. And I've gotten so used to doing it that I pretty much know exactly where to stop at. All right. Now, as I said, no coloration, which actually hurts me a little bit not to do that because I like color. But I do want to make a good master mold. Master blank, excuse me. That's the term. And I'm just going to stir this until it's completed. Of course, it's going to introduce bubbles like crazy. I do have a Resiner's bubble remover, and I think I'm going to have my assistant go grab that before he goes to work, so I can put that in there. I will put it on for maybe a 5-minute or something, but I will be watching the bubbles, because they do have a tendency, if you're half full like this is here, to kind of crawl up and out, which loses resin out of the container. And yes, I stir many different ways. I scrape all the time, and it's the best way to do it so that you get everything incorporated. And all you do is wait until you see no streaks. And that does not include the bubbles, because the bubbles will get a little streaky. Make sure you get the bottom. And I'm using this little 50 mil or 100 mil. Gosh, I don't even know what it is anymore. It's a 50 mil, I think. Yes. And it's good that it has quite a bit of headway above the 50 mark, so that you can measure and stir easy without it getting over the top. Unless you're really messy like me. And then that has that possibility. Alright, I'm going to put you on pause for a moment while I ask for him to go get my Resiner's machine. I'll be right back. Alright, I have the Resiner's machine. This is their original Resiner's machine, and just plugs in the back there. See if I can get that in there. And then there's the air valve down there for putting air back in. This is now completely mixed, and I do not run the whole 9 minutes. There's no reason for that. And you just keep an eye on it so as the bubbles rise and are being pulled out of there, you go ahead and stop the machine as necessary. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pause you again after putting this in. And yes, the napkin's in there for, just in case it overflows before I can get it shut off. Alright, just a moment here. Okay, pausing you now, because the noise of this machine kind of bothers me. Okay, I ran this 5 minutes, released, and ran it 5 minutes more. And this is why I don't believe in this little machine here, because that's a total of 10 minutes. Now that's 10 minutes out of your total work time. I'm going to release this, and then I'm going to open it, and I'm going to show you why. As I said, I do not believe that this machine does what it really should do, or what they make you perceive it to do. It does remove bubbles, but not all bubbles, of course, and you don't expect that. However, there are so many more micro bubbles, and I do mean micro bubbles, that cling to the sides here. I've got a ton of them. I know you can't probably see them, but they are there. They're horrible in there. So that is why I've opted to go ahead and let this do a full day's cure. So I am pouring this in. I'm not sure what time it is. Let me see, because I do need to check as I get this in there and done. Alright, it is 10 minutes to 8, the morning of March 6th, which is my twin granddaughter's birthday. So I'm trying to pour on the side of the frog's body, and I'm trying to pour just as slow as I can. And allow that to build. Now I should have enough to just dome it without scraping. And that looks like what I've got right now. So I'm going to finish letting that drip in and put you on pause while I do that, and I'll see you in several hours, and you'll see me in a second. Alright, back soon. I wanted to bring you back for a moment. Since this is sitting in here, I do not, oops, sorry, just a moment. Very sorry about that. Since this is sitting inside here, I do not want to lift it to spray any alcohol or anything. Now, part of the resiner's bubble remover is that it vibrates. Now, that helps you remove your bubbles. It brings it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn this on for the 9 minutes, and probably another 9 minutes to help jiggle those bubbles all the way out of there in case there's any trapped down there. And I'll let you know the results when I get ready to unmold this. Well, everyone, the time has come, and it actually cured a lot faster than I thought it was going to, not being put on a heat mat. Alright, let me go get another light on real quick, and we will see how this goes. Okay, let's give it a shot. I did get some overpour right here, but I will cut that off. get that little bit of hard push out there. And here he comes. Okay, that did not, with the silicone, work to make him glossy, so I'll have to coat him anyway. Excuse my froggy throat. Haha, there he is. Too bad, I think it's his friend that's in my throat. Okay, so there he is. And I see one very itty bitty small bubble down right behind his eye. At least I think that's a bubble. But I don't feel any bubbles. I'm looking very hard. Okay, there's a bubble there, but it's not on the surface of the resin. So he is actually, with a little bit of trimming off of this part right there, and that part right there and there, he's the perfect candidate for making another mold. I just need to go ahead and coat him in some clear resin and make him glossy instead. Okay, everyone, that was fun. I really do wish, though, let's get that while it's a little soft there. I hope you enjoyed this experiment. I will gloss him later before I make the next mold, and that will be part of another video. And get that off there. And yeah, he's pretty good. I like him. Looks a little weird being frosted looking, doesn't it? But I actually like that too. And I will be keeping this mold without a problem because this will be great for things like Resincrete. Okay, you guys have been awesome. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up. And I want to thank all you subscribers. Wow, you guys are just, you're making me happy. You know, old people, we get happy very easily. And well, I'd like to thank all the new subscribers as well. I have gotten quite a few in the last few days, and I appreciate it. I also appreciate hearing from so many of you. It's been great. That is just, he fascinates me. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm really fascinated. Sorry. Yeah, okay, so hit the thumbs up button if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't, or at least consider it. And leave a comment below, please. I need the blows. What? Share? Yeah, share's the last one. Alright, peace out.